will attempt winning the Premier League in the next 365 days, and if I don't, I will delete this club forever. We started off by creating Bunda FC and replacing Norwich in the Premier League, which made us the worst team in the league. They had spent 50 million last season, so it was only fair we also got 50 million transfer budget. This is the squad we're starting with, and these are the teams we're playing against. It will take huge signings to win the Premier League. Our signing strategy consisted of buying young superstars that will grow with the team. That was actually my first mistake because it nearly got me fired. We then simulated our first preseason game. After signing Popescu, we went for Karim Adeyemi, who is an absolute superstar at 75 rated. Then we got some random centre-back. Excited with the new signings, I went into our next game. That draw was quite worrying. Fulham is in the second division, we're in the first division. If we cannot win against them in a simulation, that means that we won't even make it past anyone in the Premier League. But we simulated the next game and we lost. This wasn't a great start for Bunda FC. My hopes were down. Good thing is, it was only the preseason. So I asked my board, boys, I need money. We bought a centre-back, a left-back, and a midfielder. There was also this right-winger called Cherky, and I could feel his aura. He felt special, just like Adeyemi. Fast forward a couple weeks, we were ending the first month, and it was our first Premier League game. A game against Liverpool. I wasn't gonna take my chances, so I went on and played the game. We had to win to make a statement. And after they tested my keeper, we went on to score. Oh, what a pass, brother. Come on, Adeyemi. Karim! First goal ever was scored by Adeyemi. That's huge. Somehow we managed to put 5 past Liverpool. We're showing the world that we were not messing about. Something was feeling off about this Liverpool side though. I feel like this season wasn't going to be the greatest for them. Our second game was against Manchester City, current Premier League title holders. And we played against the second and the first in the league. And I think I got a bit cocky because I scored 5 past Liverpool and I started the game by simulating it. We started off losing and I had to intervene, something that will happen frequently over this entire challenge. 20 minutes had passed and I hadn't scored a single goal. Then City will have this chance. Oh my god. No! Now I'm starting to think that going for youngsters instead of experienced players to win the league is a mistake. Did I make the wrong choice? But no, we had one last chance. Cherky. Adeyemi! Yes! No! After facing City, I wondered, do we have what it takes? They're going to be our title run contenders. Can we really win the Premier League? Regardless, our team was already showing insane progress. The more ratings they go up, the higher the odds of us winning the league. So I was excited. We then had our first game of the Carabao Cup and we were playing against Harrogate Town. They're in the 4th English division and their best player is called Diamond. So I was very confident. I'm gonna quickly simulate that. There is no way I lose against that team though, is there? Whoa! Wait, am I out of the Carabao Cup already? With this loss, I was devastated, but maybe it was a blessing. We now didn't have to play the Carabao Cup and our only goal was to win the Premier League anyways. Now our players can rest instead of playing that game. We then went on to play Leicester and it was time to undo this losing streak. I didn't let my lesson though and started off by simulating. I just wanted to save some time, man. First half and we were already down by 2. I then went into the game and with 60 minutes of play time, we were still down by 2. We needed 3 to win and keep the hopes up. But then this happened. And no matter how hard I tried, this team just couldn't make it past. They couldn't score. And to make matters worse, our goal scorer and promising future star Karim Adeyemi got injured. We're so bad in front of goal, dude. We were 2 whole months in and it was transfer deadline. I didn't have any money left, so I had to just watch whatever people bought. Arsenal bought Simons and got rid of Tierney and Lacazette. Wow. Chelsea bought Mertens, Cuadrado, and Spinazzola. That's a lot. We have played 3 games. We're 11th in the league. Adeyemi is also out for 3 weeks and we're playing Arsenal. We start simulating, which seemed to be my strategy throughout this entire challenge. And then as soon as they score, we go in and we win it. The only thing is we didn't have Adeyemi to score anymore. We had to use Dango. He actually scored, so he wasn't that bad after all. But then Nketiah literally did a 360 no-scope losing streak sniper rifle shot from outside of the box. I was starting to feel the team though. We scored 2 later after that and we got back on track. We went up 3 spots. Look at the table! For our next game, we were playing Watford. Here they were 18th and it was a great chance for us to secure 3 great points. After having to play, we actually won it. Adeyemi had come back from injury and it was month 3. Things were looking promising. Finally! We're now 7th and we're 4 points away from Man United, who is at number 1. And if you see top left, you can see the board rating. They were actually very happy with us. Not only was the board very happy with us, but our team was also. Look at all the happy smiles. We were now playing Everton, who crazily enough was actually above us. Then by some miracle, we got the ball back and we have a chance to score. Adeyemi somehow scored by this angle, and by now as a 75 ready, he was already the top goal scorer in the league. We're 7th. We're only 6 points away from United. We still have to play them, and they're gonna lose games. We played Brighton. I simulated them. For the first time, we scored first. Not only that, but I didn't have to intervene. We held on the win. For the first time, I didn't have to actually play the game. Things were starting to look bright. We were then playing Chelsea, who were ahead of us, so a win would be crucial. And after a very stressful couple minutes, Cherky manages to score. And then after a great pass from Popescu, he does it again. After that, we jump to the final result, which will be a thing we do a lot later on. Apparently, the projected goals for him are 51, and the record is currently held at 32. I don't know if it was in re. We're 4 months in, and our players are showing great progress, especially Adeyemi and Cherky. Adeyemi is up 1. How much is he worth? We paid 10 million. He's 14 million now. Back to the Prem, and we kept on winning games. It all led up to us being first now. We played Southampton, started simulate, and they scored against us like every single time. We went to play the game, scored, and we secured the win. By now, Adeyemi already had 16 goals, and then I got this worrying message from the board. Apparently, I was not meeting their demands. If you have an unhappy board, they can fire you. If we get fired, we miss the challenge and we have to delete this career mode. I already love all these players. We were then playing Wolves. For some reason, I let them score 2 and then I had to intervene. I'll come to regret this though. And once inside the game, I realized that both our teams had the same shirt. We're 2-2 and we have 10 minutes to score. Yes! Yes! Got him! The team Adeyemi! After the game, we got this heartwarming message from Adeyemi. We played Newcastle and I decided to gamble my luck by simulating. And after 14 games, this is how the table's looking. We then played Tottenham, who has a 10 times better team than ours. Every time you play against teams that are a lot better than yours, your players are exposed. So I had to intervene, score with Adeyemi, like always. But again, our kids were the same! You know how hard it is to play when you don't know you're passing it to your teammate or not? Adeyemi then gets the ball back in our own half, goes on a crazy run, which I'll go to believe will be the goal of the season. But at the end, we do secure the win. And our next game was our biggest yet. Somehow, United had dropped points, and if we won, we will be 4 points ahead of them. We played the game since I didn't want to leave anything to luck. This is our centre-back. He scored! Our centre-back could have won of the league. Adeyemi would show why he won the Player of the Month multiple times by now. Oh my god. Oh baby, that could be it. We're against Harry Maguire. Yeah, no chance, mate. Easy goal, baby. We're now halfway through the season. It's month 6. We're first of the league. Nobody believed in us. We believed in ourselves. We're winning this. We saw our players progress though. They were growing so much. We were winning by 1 against Arsenal. For some reason, I decided to jump into the result. I should have stopped doing this right here. 19 games in, we're first and we're 4 points away from Manchester United. We went on to simulate against Crystal Palace. We actually went on to lose that game. Now our comfortable lead over United was gone. Let's completely simulate the next game. I want to save myself some time because I'm already tired. I'm like 5 hours into this video and this happens. What? I may have made the biggest mistake ever, bro. Within 2 games, we're now second again. And I decided to buy new players since the winter transfer window was open. If I wanted to win the Premier League, I needed new players. So I bought a centre mid and a right back. I forgot about the striker super sub though, and that'll come to bite us later. We went on to play Everton. I scored 2 goals. I wanted to save some time like always, and I just jumped into the final result. After that draw, this was the table. We were on month 7. 4 months away from finishing this entire challenge. And I wasn't first anymore. United was like 4 points away from us. So in our game against them, not only did we have to win, but we had to pray that it dropped points. It didn't rely on me anymore. By now, United was having a great season, not only in the league, but also outside. I think they have made it to the round of 16 in the Champions League, topping their group, by the way. Then we had to play Watford, and I couldn't afford to lose any more games, so I absolutely battered them. Honestly, losing the league became a possibility, and I was thinking, how can I redeem myself? So now that we were playing the FA Cup, I was gonna put all my efforts into winning it. We were playing against Nottingham Forest, who is 3 leagues below us, and we won. We hadn't checked the progress in our team for a while, so we went on to check, and oh my god, so many people had gone up. Cherokee has gone up 4 ratings. Whoa. Adeyemi has gone up 4 ratings. I mean, he's the soon-to-be highest-rated player of the team. We also bought a right back, but to be fair, he wasn't the one that I wanted. He went on to become a baller, but I actually wanted a French one, but he didn't want me. Adeyemi won the Player of the Month again by the 100th time. I can't lie to you. By now, I think he had something around 30 goals. Twice as much as the second one, that was Cristiano Ronaldo. So I started to believe as soon as I have Adeyemi, nothing matters. We're gonna win. And if you see the table, Liverpool have made it back to 4th. They were actually 16th before. And somehow United drew their last game. So if in our next game against Palace we win, we only need 2 points. I decided to start simulating the game for no reason. Scored, and then got a red card, all within 10 minutes. We went on to win the game, but it served as a massive scare. What am I doing, man? This is the thing, when you have young players, you perform like a young player yourself. A regular human being will have played every single game. To be fair, that what made this entire challenge twice as long. We were then playing 3rd place Manchester City. This time we secured 2 goals, and I hadn't learned my lesson against Everton, so I went on to simulate until the end. These are the tables looking now. We then played Liverpool, and even though I wanted to win, I actually wanted them to win so they could secure Champions League spots because I'm also a Liverpool fan. So we started simulating it, we scored, but then Milner scored. I had to get into the game because I couldn't drop any more points. We went on to score 3 and put Liverpool hopes of Champions League to sleep. Then we were playing against Southampton, who was in relegation. You may say, oh, that's nothing. Well, they were the team that drew against United. So scared. We managed to score 2 and seal the victory. Adeyemi somehow had just become 80 rated. A full 5 ratings from what he started. He's still like the lowest rated striker in the entire league, comparing to Cristiano, Harry Kane, even Richarlison is higher rated than him. We're 9 months in and we had United, not for the league, but for the FA Cup. They scored first, but with Adeyemi, nothing is impossible, so we went on to equalize later. He will then score the second goal. I should have stopped there. I should have quickly simulated until the end, because what will happen later will crush me. Soon after the second half started, Fred tackled Adeyemi. No, Adeyemi, no! No! He just got injured! No! No! Adeyemi! You have to be joking! No! I was beyond scared to know how long he will be out for. Our goal scorer, our MVP, our player of the month, our most valuable player was out. He immediately left the pitch, and without him, we nearly managed to seal the victory. We knocked United out of the FA Cup for good. And then we received this message. Player injured. We're gonna know the time right here and now. Has suffered a broken ankle, out for up to 3 months. And so we played our first game without Adeyemi. Crazy enough, we won that game against Brentford. It's month 10. We had City in the FA Cup and we actually eliminated them. Do you know how crazy that is? By the way, both City and United were in the quarterfinal for the Champions League. They would later on make it onto the semi-finals, and they were both taken out by us. Premier League was back and we played Chelsea. They scored first. For some reason, I let them score twice. Nobody knows why I did that. We went on to play the game since I cannot afford to drop any points. Dan Bobu scored the first goal. We would then score another one in the 67th, but soon after, they will score on us. Now, I had to score 2 because a draw was not good enough. Somehow, Carvalho go on to score from kickoff. And once again, our centre-back, just like he did against Manchester City, will score the winner for this game, baby! We then got a very angry message from the board. They were not happy with me. So close to winning the Prem, and we could get fired. Next game was against Brighton. We won by 3 and maintained the lead. By the way, if you see the table, this really is a 2-team title race because the ones below are like 11 points away from us minimum. And we played Burnley for what I thought would be an easy game. I was so confident I went to the toilet thinking, by the time I'm back, it's gonna be the end of the first half and I'll be up by 2. We were drawn by the 45th. I went to play the game straight away. I mean, I'm gonna win it anyways. And with 10 minutes to go, I had not scored a single goal. To make matters worse, they scored on me. 5 minutes to score 2 goals if I wanted to keep all my players. Come on, baby. I need you. Carvalho. No! We had lost to Burnley and potentially bottled the league. The messages kept coming. The board was not happy with us at all. If we keep going down, we might get fired, and I have no way to bring it up. Now, for the next game, we have the most important game of the season. We're playing United. It wasn't about us anymore. It was about Adeyemi, the man who's injured. They applied a lot of pressure in the first minutes. I was so scared they would score on me. And after they lost a ball, this happened. No. And in the 24th minute, I had this chance. Is that Lindelof? Please, no! What is that pass? Dang ball! But on the 28th, we will put a lovely through ball. Another counter, and dang ball wouldn't miss. We scored 2 more and had the audacity to jump into the result. Suck on that, United and Fred. You guys got rid of Adeyemi, now you take it. We're finally back on the top of the table. The next game is against Leeds, and every game leading after this, we need to win. Let's, for the first time ever, not lose a lead. We didn't score on the first half, but on the second one, we scored 2 consecutive ones, baby. We then played Spurs in the FA Cup, and we absolutely clapped them 3-1. Things were looking beautiful for us. I actually decided to jump into the result after we scored the goals, and I got a bit scared. They literally scored 2, and we won with a goal on extra time. Are you absolutely joking? We were then playing Villa. We had dropped points against them in the past, but for this game, we comfortably won it. Somehow, United dropped even more points, and we were now 5 points away from them. And we played West Ham. We needed to win this game. If we lose the next 3, United still wins the league. To my sadness, West Ham started scoring. We started then playing and scored. A draw wasn't enough though. And then I had a chance with Cherokee, who was filling up the boots of Adeyemi, and he scored. Then we simulated the game until the end. We're still 5 points away from United. We win our next game, and after that, our next 2 are the most decisive games of the season. We're basically playing for winning the league, and then we're playing to win the FA Cup, a team that came out of nothing. We went on to play the entire FA Cup final because I really wanted to lift the cup at the end of the game. That's basically what you get to do when you win. You lift the cup. And I didn't want to live it up to luck. We started on winning. They scored. But then we scored 2. And then we played the game and we won by 4. Full 90 minutes done. And it's time to lift the cup, baby. Wait, what? I want to see myself lifting the trophy. But I skipped it. I didn't know if you press X, you miss the celebration. We have the Premier League next though. We win our next game and we actually live the Premier League in that game, so that's huge. This game against Wolves, again, we had to play until the end if we wanted to see the animation of us lifting the cup. The entire game was nerve-wracking. Remember, these are all youngsters. Nobody has experience. Nobody has ever won the Premier League, so we're very scared. Somehow we managed to score in the 34th minute and we dedicated it to Adeyemi. They came close to scoring a couple times, but by the full 90th, we had won the game. Now, on to lift the trophy, baby. I'm ashamed. Again, I didn't know how it worked and I missed it. Here is me lifting my controller, though. Woo! Mine is the Prem. Love me playing FIFA for a year? You're gonna love when I did it in real life. For 30 days. Click here to watch that.